Hi, Bo here from High Tech Investment, and happy to announce we are ready with a new review for Yieldnodes, but not only Yieldnodes for this time around. If you remember, on a few months back we did a May review for Yieldnodes. We also covered a couple of new investment opportunities within there when it comes to the Sapphire coin or the SAPP. And this particular part was staking and Masternode. And we're happy to announce that we've gotten money out from Yieldnodes, and we have also put them to good work. So not only are we going to cover the results for Yieldnodes here, but we're also going to have a closer look and show you exactly what kind of profits we've been making. So on the 4th is the new payout day for Sapphire, and we gotten this little email. So this particular one just tells us that we got around 3,947 SAPP cent, which is equivalent to 1,000 euros, and that came out on Sunday, so exactly on time, and that meant that we could start our investment into the new Sapphire projects here, and we have some interesting and some good news. So, but as always, let's start on Yieldnodes and see the results and profits for the last month. So we're now logged into Yieldnodes, and we, as always, start off on the dashboard side. So we can now see the Masternoding balance has surpassed 25,000 euros. So really great news for us, and the total return on the investment has gone up to 11,417 and a few cents now. So absolutely excellent news, especially considering also that this is an investment that we only started in November 2020. So I'm extremely happy with how Yieldnodes is going at the moment. Our weekly estimated profit for June came in at 9.1%, so it was a bit below the average, which lies somewhere around the 10-11%, but obviously we would like to see double digits, but 9.1 is certainly not something we can complain too much about. That's for sure. That being said, we also have the weekly profit for the first week here of July, and it came in at 2.1, and this is actually the highest we had now for quite a few months. So we are quite happy and pleased with this. So so it's great news, and you as always can see the last 3 months for the profit down here. So but let's go and have a look at the report section here. Again, shows you the Masternoding balance. It shows you the detailed report for the net profit, and also the funds returned, 71.5% so far is excellent. The total deposit, which of course again covers both the initial deposits we've done, 4 I believe, plus obviously the profits that has gone in because we are compounding 100%. The total withdrawal is 1,000, and this is the only one we've taken out this particular month for the Sapphire coins that we want to test out in the SAPP. And we have actually also received some affiliate commissions, and these are the ones that are supporting the channel by using the link, and we get a small little bonus for helping and promoting Yieldnodes, and obviously you're not losing anything on this. On the contrary, we try and support you the best we can, so the people that come in with us here. So the initial months, we can see also here that we have not added any additional money. So the 12.7 that we got back from April, 7.9 and 9.1 here for June are exactly on par. So no changes for this particular part. If we go to deposits, so we will have a closer look, and we'll go down here. So on the last video we saw that because the initial investments that you put in is locked in order to secure the highest profits possible and create a stable environment with the yield nodes, so they know exactly what money they have to play with. You can see that they were released for us. That doesn't mean that we got the money out, but we can get them out in case we need to, or we have an emergency, or just want to decide that enough is enough, we want to take the profit home. So May 23rd and 24th was already from last month, and for this particular month now we can see also that by June 30th the profit we initially made for the first month can now be fully taken out. And we had another investment here, which was the third one at the time. So, and that was 20th of January, and that was actually released here on 11th of July. So that means there's quite a lot of profit that we can now take out, should we choose to, and take our initial deposit back. But that's not our plan as of right now, so we're very comfortable with how Yieldnodes are working, so we'll keep the money in there for now. Go to the withdrawal part, and this is covered in the video that I mentioned in the beginning here, where we can only get our money out, monthly profits, or if we just choose to take what you just saw here, so the initial deposits has been released, we can take them out here, either by Bitcoin or by Sapphire, and this is what we're going to cover a bit more in detail. So this time around we have the download for the Sapphire Wallet here, and then you basically manage your wallet, and in this case here you can set it up to which type of wallet you want. This is all covered in the previous video, so we're not going to do this one again. So and then you basically just put in here, and this is where we put it in that we wanted the 1,000 euros out to play with and try the new investment opportunities. And last but not least, my favorite part is the performance section down here. Basically shows you if you would have started with Yieldnodes in September 2019, where you would be today. And obviously you'll be up here, and you can see that Bitcoin has made a leap down again, which is the humpback here. But yeah, you could have kept the 5,000 euros in to start off with, and that basically would mean that you would have more than 44,000 euros. Yeah. So after 22 months, or you would have made 781%, which is astonishing, great news. And with everything else that comes with Yieldnodes at the moment, I'm sure they continue to have this excellent progress going forward. So, but today we're going to focus a bit more on the SAPP and the two new investment opportunities that we're going to have, because the big difference here is obviously, yes, there's a small change in returns for your investment, but there's also a couple of great benefits on it. And so let's go and have a look. And we're going to start off in the Sapphire Wallet on the staking side. So if you set yourself up here now with the Sapphire Wallet, then it should look something like this. At the moment, the picture that I currently have is covering a couple of icons, so I'll switch off in a second. But let's go through it. So the transaction itself is this particular one that we received 3,947 SAPPs from Yieldnodes, and then we decided to basically split it. So we'll try the staking, which can be done here from the wallet, and the other part we sent to Masternoding to check which one works the best and where you get the highest profits. So that's what you can see on this particular one. What we did is you can basically send any of your SAPP. You just put in the address here, the amount, and if you want to have a text in here, then you send it off. So very, very simple. On the receiving side, you should have seen this on the last one. So this is your receiving address. So so it works similar as to any other crypto parts. And there is also a section here where you can create your own Masternode controller and set it up through the wallet. This requires a bit more money than we currently have in there, so this has not been tested yet. So, but definitely it's something that we want to do in the future. So, but yeah, plenty of things to come for now. And let me switch off for a second, and we'll try and cover the staking part. So on the top of your screen, you'll find a bunch of icons here. So the first one will show you so that this wallet itself is fully synchronized. The next icon here will tell you that the staking is active. Here you'll have the amount of connections that are set up. So it means that there is you have to be online in order to use this wallet for staking at all times. Here will tell you that the wallet has been set up for the staking, so it's unlocked for staking. And when you start off here, you can basically set a password in here also, which I obviously suggest you do. And then you can just unlock this one, and then you put it on for staking and it'll go. But there's a little question mark up here. So if we have a look at it, it'll tell you first of all what is Sapphire. So and it will also tell you why you cannot use them in the beginning, and it has something again to do with the confirmations that this network needs to have at all times, so that you will need to have minimum 6 confirmations, and every confirmation takes a minute, so yeah, 6 minutes. So how do you stake the SAPP? First of all, you make sure that it's completely synchronized, which was the first icon you saw, and you are using the latest, so release. You must have a balance of Sapphire with a minimum of 600 confirmations, and I'll show you what the 600 confirmations mean and where you can find it right after. Your wallet must stay online and be unlocked for staking purposes, similar to what you just saw I go through now. Once all those steps are followed, staking should be enabled, and so be it. And you should see the status of the staking in the wallet. So, and this is basically what we've gone through. So in order to see the confirmation itself that we were talking about, the 600 confirmations, that means that once your wallet has been, you can see here, this is a bit hard to see, it's very small, it says 11,000 now. So, and every single time you have a change in the wallet here, so you can stop the video maybe and zoom in here. That means that when we transfer this particular money here over to our Masternoding, it will take roughly 600 confirmations or 600 minutes, which is the same as 10 hours. Then the staking will commence again. So you got to be a bit patient. The next part, as you most probably noticed, that I haven't received any rewards yet in this wallet, and obviously I had to go through a bit of the support, and in this particular case it was the Telegram support that I've used. The name of that one in there is Captain, and I also had a quick discussion with the CEO Steve of Yieldnodes, because obviously we've been online now for basically a week as this video is being shot, and we still haven't seen anything there. We've been told that this is actually correct, but because of the lower amount, it will take some time. So, and I will try and explain that as I've been told here. So I understand that Steve has told me he has considerable more than what I have here, and he's receiving rewards on a daily basis. So obviously we're looking forward to that too. But let me take you to a different page for a second and just show you also what we've been told through the supporting app. So this is the response that I got, or one of the many replies after we went back and forth, but this is the closest one from what I understand what needs to happen. And basically I'll show you the homepage where these numbers are afterwards. They have changed dramatically in the last week. It basically says that the average input weight, size and confirmation, and if the average input size is 1142 SAPP, so if you want to do the math, then an average input for this needs to wait 22 days in order to get your rewards, while staking enable active internet means that you have to be online at all times. You have to have the wallet open, as I showed you before, for getting the staking rewards. And if your input means that if you have more money there, so which is closer to what we have, 1973, yeah. If your input is 2200 SAPP, then you must wait 11 days for getting a stake for that input. So what exactly are they talking about here? So this is one of the two sites that I'm going to provide you the link to, which gives some feedback on and a bit more information on the Sapphire coins that you can have a look through. So in this particular case here, we're just going to go back to the feedback I got, that the average input size you can see has dramatically changed from about 1142 to now over 7600. The average input weight that they are using is gone from 360, I think it was, and up to 466. And that obviously dramatically changes now also when I believe we can get the money back if this calculation is correct. And at the time here now that I'm doing the video, I cannot give you a 100% explanation on how this works. I need to go back again to the support part to figure out, because this has changed dramatically in this week that we have seen this going on. So obviously it will be nice to get this clarified a bit more. So I will come back with more details on it. But what you will see is you can go to the profit calculation, and this again has also changed dramatically here. So this is the staking. So if you are staking, means you are basically providing the SAPP coins to be part of the to support the blockchain. This annual return has dramatically changed, and also the compounding, because when we went in on the day after we got the money from Yieldnodes, which was on the 5th of July, it was at 80-something%, so a lot higher than what you see now, and in the last 24 hours it seems to have dropped dramatically. So big changes obviously here. On the other side, you can now see that Masternoding is more stable. It was 47% when we started a week ago. Now it's at 45%. So this is percentage for an entire year, and you can see the monthly return is, again, this is an average of 3.72. So, and here's with the 6% fee, the one we are currently running with has a 2% fee. So you can go in and you can find some of the details there, but I can see there's quite a bit fluctuation. Obviously this is fairly new, so and we need a bit more time to go into details and get some feedback from both Sapphire and from Yieldnodes. Hopefully Steve will help clarify a few things here for us too. So in the meantime, we're going to go on to the Masternoding site, and as you can see here, in the last 24 hours, it seems like Masternoding is now the better part than staking. So so let's have a look at that, and obviously you can do both. So to catch up from the video that I showed you in the beginning of it here, so this is the site for the iHost MN, and this is the one we have chosen to do the Masternoding on. There is also the same link through Yieldnodes, and you'll be able to see that Sapphire is here, and the first link, which is up here, is basically for one full Masternode, and it requires quite a bit of coins, as you can see, 200,000. So if you want to run your own, so which is equivalent to around 50,000 euros. So obviously not a possibility for everyone, And what we're more interested in is the Masternode sharing. So if we go into the Masternode sharing, we will see Sapphire here. So, and you also see that in this particular case, you'll have a current return on investment, which lies just around 45%. So, which is great news for us. So, and when you go into this particular one, you will have an announcement, you will have websites, you will have the Discord support, so different types of Explorer, and obviously you will also be able to see various coins, and I'm sure you'll notice that some have a lot more percentage than Sapphire. So you can see Jackpot 777 here is quite a big return on investment at the moment. Again, you've got to be very careful because these are all new coins, and obviously they are hopefully turning into something a lot more. But some of these projects are obviously quite fragile. But you will see some very high returns on some of them. So last time we were here also we have several thousand%. So as you go along here, yeah. So and I believe we had a few here. So like a Spectrum here. So as you can see, it's more than 4,000%. So again, you can go in through these links here, and they will tell you exactly where to buy them, and then they are so different. So we cannot cover all of these ones. Some of them you have to go and buy through Discord, other ones you have to go through various exchanges. So it will take a lot of research to figure out which ones you want. Obviously some of these, there'll be a great bonus if this turns out. So definitely worth having a look at. But for this particular one, we are just interested in the Sapphire coin for now. So the easiest part is basically you click on this particular one, and then it will tell you that what needs to be done, and it also tells you that currently, so this is the deposit currently I have here. You'll see that at the moment this has gone up, so so that means the 973 has now multiplied a bit up to 1989, so basically earned over 16 SAPP, and this is in about a week. You can see the share of the Masternode that I'm currently sharing with everybody else. You can see the daily earnings is it's gone a bit down than what it was before, but currently it's lying at almost 2.5 SAPP, or about 50 cents a day, and monthly earnings is just over 73 SAPP, or 15 euros. And don't forget that this is on a Masternode for about 500 euro. So we are talking about 3 to 4% at the moment. So which is definitely not bad, and we can go in here and see the different shares deposit. This is the top account here. Tell me this is what I made, this is what has been withdrawn, and currently the share. And obviously you can see some of the other ones you're sharing the Masternode with, the amount they have in, and the amounts earned. So obviously yes, there's a lot of money that has been going into this. So going over to our dashboard here, so it will show you, and this is basically the most important thing, is that compared to, of course, Yieldnodes, where you have locked in your profits for 6 months and everything else, here it's a lot easier to go in. You can basically withdraw, and if you look at the withdrawal amount, so it is basically everything that you can take out straight away, including what you have earned for the last week. So this is obviously, you just put in the amount that you want, and you withdraw, and it's done straight away. So this is an excellent way of getting this sort of for a short-term investment, and obviously it's a lot better than if it was with your bank. Apart from this, there's obviously another benefit into this. So and that will also be that if the SAPP coin goes further up, then obviously your return on investment will not only come back on the 3 to 4%, so but you will have a bigger chance. Let me just take myself off here for a sec. So, and we go back to the Masternode sharing. Click on Sapphire, and then we just go up here to the top right hand side. It says SAPP coin, and in this particular case we can go down here and we can have a look and see the development. So let's just zoom in, and you can see that basically if we look back in October 2020, what the price was in euros, 0.029, and then basically it's gone up quite a bit and currently lies around 0.205. So so obviously as the price continues to rise, there will be an additional benefit obviously to holding the SAPP coins. So as you can see, there's a lot of great benefits obviously coming out of Yieldnodes and a couple of new investment projects. The important part to take with you when you look into these type of investments is obviously, yes, the return on investment is definitely lower than if you keep the money with Yieldnodes, but you got to remember also that Yieldnodes, your money is tied up for the minimum 6 months. So if you want to, let's say, keep your emergency money, which some people normally keep 3 or 6 months in case something goes wrong. They keep it in the bank just for in case bad times come, and obviously they have come here with Corona. But it's a perfect opportunity to maybe go in and use a bit of that money to go in and invest, and instead of getting either zero in return or sometimes even negative, depending on which bank you're with, you can actually put it in Masternoding. So it's not trading, so it is a bit more, let's say, secure in that particular sense. Obviously SAPP is still a fairly new coin, but there is definitely opportunities. And if you decide that all of a sudden you don't want to be part of this anymore, or you for some reason need the money back out, it's a very quick exit you can do. So, and that's of course a great benefit with 3.5% or 4%. We'll see where it goes in the future, but definitely it's worth taking in as part of your investment portfolio to spread out. So we of course will keep a close eye on it. We haven't had much time to do this. All we have is 1 week of investment opportunities so far, but as soon as we have some news, either will come out in our new studio or obviously in the next review when we have that one ready, but that will be further down the line in a month or two again. So so we will try and keep you updated, and most probably also do a separate video on these investments and in a bit more detail on how you can exactly benefit from all these items and the results we found. So until now, see you on the next video. Bye bye.